Welcome to the Stories We Could Tell. I am Steve Cook of All Across the Arts, and this film is about the power of storytelling. What you're about to see is not a show, not a competition. These young people are not wannabes. This is an opportunity to hear the stories young people can tell. Stories tell us about real or imaginary people and events. Stories can be told through books, magazines, songs, poems, raps, films, cartoons, paintings, dance, photographs, Facebook posts, tweets, plays, and conversations. They enable us to pass on information, to entertain each other. Telling a story can help us release trauma, get things off our chests, make sense of what has happened. Hearing a story can help us prepare for trauma. You sit down and read or listen to fictional or real life stories and imagine how you would behave if that were you or someone you love. We are all natural born storytellers. We are constantly editing and remaking our memory stories as our knowledge and emotions change. They may be fictions, but they are our fictions. However, we do not write these stories alone. The human is susceptible. Friends and family are forever distorting one another's memories. Forgetting and remembering is a source of freedom. To reinvent oneself, to move on, to rewrite our stories. It means old wounds may not hurt forever, that memories can be allowed to fade, that people can change. The Stories We Could Tell is a project designed to encourage and enable young people who have experienced traumatic episodes in their lives to tell and share their stories. Listening is a prerequisite of empathy, a growing awareness that we are not alone, that we all have emotional responses to the dark and light episodes in our lives. Listening helps develop a greater awareness of our shared humanity. The young people in this film took part in workshops with artists who introduced them to different ways of telling a story. They all needed to tell their story in a way that worked for them, when they chose to tell it and to whom. They needed to make sense of what they had experienced and take ownership of it. They also benefited from listening to the stories of others and realising that they are not alone. We all have a story to tell. They then chose the way they wanted to tell their story, and some of them shared their stories with over 150 people at Middleton Arena. Not all of them felt ready to share, but all now possess their own stories in a format that works for them. Thanks to the Stories We Could Tell team, Ray, Rebecca, John, Seamus and Jane. To Colin and Dave at Vibe for being the best workshop space for the arts. Thanks to the Den, Wardle Academy and Mind for allowing us to access these wonderful young people. Thanks to Link for Life and Middleton Arena, especially Darren and Graham for letting us use this prestigious venue. Thanks to NHS Haywood, Middleton and Rochdale CCG for backing up their belief in this project with the funding that enabled it to happen. Thanks to all the team who went way beyond what was expected to make this project work. Most of all, thanks to these amazing young people for being brave and generous enough to share their stories with us. Some of their stories were read by Isabel Ford and Jenny Bailey and sung by Rebecca.